Yeah, Diva the Ambivert. The BS is cooked like ham and jerky. I'm about to react to hardest piece I've ever written. So Can You by April G, in parentheses me. Hope this helps someone. I'm about to react to that by April G Showers. I'm about to get right into the reaction. Before I do, if y'all new, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. When y'all hit that bell, y'all will receive all the notifications as far as the future vids that I will come out with. Let's see what she's coming with. This is an 11 minute and 39 second video. We gonna get right into it, man.
What up, YouTube family? It's April G Showers back at y'all with a poem. I just wrote this last night. I'm doing something a little different with this one.
That's a nice Tupac shirt. Tupac Shakur shirt. R.I.P. Tupac, man. One of the greatest of all time. Tupac.
Back at y'all with a poem. I just wrote
Tupac on that shirt right there.
I'm doing something a little different.
Tupac's one of her favorite artists of all time. One of her favorite rappers of all time. I meant to say.
I just wrote this last night. I'm doing something a little different with this one. It is called So Can You. But this poem is not a whole lot different than what I normally write, but I go into detail about the school shooting, which I have never done before in a piece of writing of mine. I've never done that. I didn't know whether to just read it or whatever, but I picked out some music to go in the background with it, and I'm gonna do like spoken word with music in the background, and it's a lot harder than it looks, y'all, so just bear with me. This is very difficult for me to do. I hope y'all like it. I hope it helps someone. So yeah, it's called So Can You. It took me a little over 2 hours to write. Very difficult piece. Hope y'all like it. April G Squad. This fun. Love y'all.
Love.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's see what you coming with.
I have not watched the news since November of '95, when the school shooting happened and my best friend didn't survive. It was a Wednesday morning, just a normal school day. Around 7:50 a.m. when we heard shots in the hallway. At first we thought it was a prank, some kid just acting dumb, setting off firecrackers, then everybody started to run. My best friend and I were in the hall. She had just bent down to get water from the fountain. Then again we heard that sound. He had just shot 2 teachers in the other hallway, then rounded the corner and held the rifle up to aim. His target was another teacher standing by me and my friend. He aimed and took his shot and hit her by accident. I glanced down the hallway. There he stood in a black trench coat. My best friend stood up from the fountain, her eyes widened as she grabbed her throat. I just stood there in shock. She fell down to the ground. Kids were running and screaming. I'll never forget that sound. That teacher was yelling at us all, "Everyone to the lunchroom." The double doors slammed shut. No one knew what to do. 2 teachers and a student tackled him to the ground, took the rifle away, and just held him down. He was basically my neighbor. We all rode the bus together. Little did we know the day before that our lives would soon change forever. I remember getting back on the bus, just staring out the window, wondering if she was all right the entire way back home. The next thing I remember, I was sitting on the couch, listening to the news and radio with my mom in our house. Miss Foster passed away. Miss Yancey survived. A gunshot wound to the head. Still in shock, I not cried. I just sat there waiting for an update on my friend. With every news report I heard, I thought, is this really happening? All of a sudden, on the radio, I heard them say her name. I quickly muted the TV so I could hear what they were saying. Please, God, let her be alright. Please say that she's stable. I'll never forget those words. Dying college just out on the operating table. I just sat there in complete shock. Didn't even shed a tear. We didn't go to school the next day. I was filled with so much fear. 2 days later, couldn't get on the bus because my friend was gone. So my mom drove me to school. I felt so scared and alone. I remember pulling up to the school, seeing the yellow crime scene tape, news reporters and cameras everywhere. My whole body began to shake. Then I walked in the front door, so quiet you could hear a pin drop. It felt like a living nightmare. I started crying and couldn't stop. That entire day at school, all any of us did was cry. No counseling, no therapy. We all just wondered why. See, back then that didn't happen, so no one knew what to do. We never talked about it. My life became unglued. I always wanted to be a teacher ever since I was a little girl. That day changed all of that. Hell, it changed my entire world. I began having flashbacks, daily panic attacks. Didn't feel safe anymore. Wanted my friend and my life back. Diagnosed with PTSD. The anxiety I could not escape. Didn't know how to handle it, so I began to self-medicate. Started smoking weed at 16. Felt some relief at last. It helped me to not have to feel the pain and grief from my past. Smoked it daily over 10 years and started trying new things. Being an addict was never a thought or the consequences it brings. Got pregnant in '07 and I quit it all. I did it for my child though and never thought I would fall. Had to have a C-section. The doctor gave me a prescription. I took them like I should at first. It quickly turned into addiction. Fast forward nearly 4 years later, was taking 40 to 60 a day. I finally realized I had a problem when the choice was ripped away. I was a functioning addict, a nurse, a mom, paid my bills. No one knew how bad it was. My best friend was the pills. My phone rang in '04. It was my dad with some news. He said they found something on my little brother's brain. My mind I was about to lose. We went to a lot of doctors trying to find the answer. We were all devastated when they said, "We're so sorry, it's brain cancer." At that time, my brother was just 11. I had not had my son yet, so I just take more and more, so the pain I could forget. He then went into remission, but me, I stayed addicted. I was so angry at God, I felt I deserved to be afflicted. So anyway, back to 2011, my son was then 3. I finally swallowed my pride and talked to my family. I went to rehab that August, so ashamed and full of guilt, but I knew I had to do it so my life I could rebuild. I was there for 3 months, missed my son's 4th birthday. Felt like such a failure, but I stayed there anyway. By then, my little brother was 17, and the cancer had come back. God, what else can possibly happen? Can you please cut me some slack? I came home that October. Everything felt so strange. Been addicted to drugs over 15 years. My whole life had to change. I got a sponsor, worked the steps, and it changed and saved my life. But recovery hasn't been easy. Been through much pain and strife. My little brother passed away. Watched him take his last breath. Thought nothing would be worse than the shooting and my best friend's death. But boy, was I so wrong. I just wanted to be dead. So 6 months after he died, I put a gun to my head. The only thing that stopped me from killing myself that night was the thought of my son or mom finding me, so I knew I had to fight. I put the gun up and fell to my knees, crying out to God for help. God, please let me know my brother's okay. Help me to help myself. I'd been up over 48 hours, so I laid on my left side in bed. I was half asleep, half awake, still wishing I was dead. When all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I felt someone's hand grab my right shoulder. I was confused, trying to understand. Then I saw my little brother's beautiful eyes, so bright and blue. Up in the clouds, I felt him hug me, and I knew God had answered my prayer. and let me know he was okay. I sat up crying tears of comfort for the first time since he passed away. I then went back to nursing. Not gonna lie, it was hard, but I knew it's what I needed to do to get me out of the dark. Then a year later, got a call. My big brother was very ill. I thought, here we go again. Is this seriously God's will? I then watched him take his last breath, February 2018. Why's my family going through this? It was so hard to stay clean. Then I began having medical issues, could not work anymore. Lost my home, my peace of mind, and just cried out, why me, Lord? My son and I moved in with my mom. I was in a state of bad depression. Stayed isolated in my room, writing in music was my therapy session. Then I found these things called reactions while binge watching YouTube. Loved every minute of it and thought this is something I could do. However, I was very hesitant due to my physical look. YouTube. Loved every minute of it and thought this is something I could do. However, I was very hesitant due to my physical looks, my age, my teeth, just everything. So my head, I just shook. But I kept on watching them. No Life Shack was my inspiration. Then went to a live stream one night and that chat and script work were my motivation. Then November 10th, I did my first reaction. I was so very nervous, but it brought me satisfaction. Now here it is 6 months later, and I am now April G Showers. Never thought this could happen by just watching YouTube for hours. I never thought I'd be a 40-year-old YouTuber with nearly 3K subs. So if you're feeling hopeless, I'm proof of what can happen by not giving up. Yes, I have many haters. I'm told daily I'm wasting my time. But I know I'm doing what I'm meant to do, and no one will ever change my mind. So if you're feeling alone, depressed, lost, and worthless, I've been there as well. And I promise you have a purpose. Don't listen to the negativity. Always keep pushing through. I guess what I'm trying to say is if I can do it, so can you. That was very difficult. I'm like shaking. So that was so can you. Did the best I could. I hope y'all like it. I hope it helps someone. It pretty much speaks for itself. This was very, very difficult. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Be honest. Like this video on your way out. A lot more important than you think. Please subscribe to my channel. April G Squad. This fun. Love y'all. And I'll see y'all
Love.
next week. Peace out.
Yeah, that, bro. Salute to her for the bravery to shed all of that stuff, bro. Like, salute to her for her intrepidness, and yeah, salute to her for being willing to share like all that stuff that she went through, man. Like, she a overcomer for real. I tell her that all the time. She a overcomer, bro. She a overcomer. She's strong, bro. She a strong woman, bro. Like, it's like, how can you not respect that, bro? Like, how can you not respect her strength, bro, and her, like, yeah, bro. Like, she overcame a lot, bro. She got out of that dark place, and it's like she I'm glad she's still here with us, man, years later, bro. Like, I'm glad she's still here with us, bro. Like, I'm glad she's still alive, bro, for real. And I'm glad that she's doing what she loves to do. I'm glad she's doing what makes her happy, man. And yeah, man, F what, like, F all that hate and all of that stuff, bro. Don't let that stuff like get to you, you know what I'm saying? Don't let that stuff, it's hard, like, it's hard not to let certain stuff get under your skin, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh but yeah, bro, like, don't 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 let people drain your energy, bro. Like, protecting your energy, protecting your peace, that's important, bro. Like, your health is important. Your health is first, your happiness is first, bro, before anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, make sure you straight, your mind is straight, make sure you happy, man. Like, it's like everybody, it's like people have these expectations and stuff like that, but it's like you gotta make sure you straight, man. Like for real, before anything, bro. Like you gotta make sure your mind is good, bro. Yeah, bro. Shout out to her, man. She's dope, bro. Like she, like as a content creator, a YouTuber, a writer, bro. Like she's a dope writer, a deep writer, very thoroughbred, very genuine. Like yeah, bro. That yeah, bro. It's like I can relate to like certain stuff that she's saying in this poem. Like I'm glad I never like experienced school shootings or anything like that, or alcoholism or addiction to drugs. I'm glad I never experienced those things, but I can relate to her as far as like people telling me that I won't amount to anything, or people telling me that doing this is a waste of time, doing YouTube is a waste of time, and all that type of stuff. Like, just like, yeah, bro. Like, it's just like it be, yeah, bro. Like, it's like the perseverance, like success is like to get to success, bro. Like it takes diligence, consistency, talent, bro, perseverance. Like it takes all of those things, bro. But yeah, I believe April is fire, actually fire with this like as a YouTuber, and like I don't like I wish her a major success, bro. Like I feel like this gonna be her breakthrough year. I believe in her, bro, for real. Like keep pushing, keep going. Don't stop, bro. Don't give up, bro. Like it can get discouraging sometimes, bro, but don't give up, bro. Don't give up, man. Please don't give up. Like, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on people who care about you, bro. Like, don't take yourself out or none of that, bro. Like, one love to you, man. One love to all the dope people on this platform, man. Like, shout out to all y'all, man. Word up. That's it for this reaction, man. One love to the family of DTA, Elevation World 4, no GTA. I'm gone. Peace. Love y'all.